कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमांत महादेशिकाय नमः। मारुतात्मज हनुमान वायुपुत्र केसरी नंदन Rama Bhakta. In order to have a glimpse of Sita Mata, because it was known from sources that she was in Lanka Pradesham. It was known from various other sources that Ravana had abducted Sita. It is also known that Ravana was the ruler, the monarch of Lanka. So Lanka was a place where Hanuman had to go in search for Sita. So as he crossed the impediments in the middle of the ocean and then reached in the late evening hours of Lanka, he happened to go in search of Sita street after street, house after house. Even mistaking Mandodari for Sita for a second, he had even suicidal thoughts, whether to commit suicide because he couldn't spot Sita. Then course correcting himself, motivating himself, he finally ends up in Ashokavanam atop the Shimshupa Vriksha. As he was wondering where Sita could be and put his head down, in the shade of the same Shimshupa Vriksham was Mata Sita. So the shlokas where Hanuman sees Sita for the first time. Upavasa krisham dinam nishvasantim punah punah dadarsha shukla pakshadau chandrarekhamiva malam mandaprakhyayamaneena rupena ruchira prabham pinadham dhumajalena shikhamiva vibhavasoho pitenaikena samvitam klishtenottamavasasa sampaktamanalankaram vipadmamiva padminim. He spots Sita, extremely famished not just for food, but for Darshanalarasam, the one who was waiting to get a glimpse of Rama. She had not had food for days. She had not had bath for days. She looked as if a thin layer of dust had enveloped her, just like how smoke covers a blazing fire. So, looking at her in this state, Hanuman now gets a closer look. He starts seeing that smile, that cry, that smile, that cry, that smile, that cry. Why? That is when the Tamil poet Kamban says that she could be unstapling the memories of her past. As to how Rama gave away the cows to Trijata, a Brahmana, the man who took so much of charity, oblivious of the fact that he didn't have so much of space. How Rama and Sita laughed. Now Sita laughs and then feels that there is no Rama by her side, she cries. The magnanimity with which he gave away the kingdom the moment his father said go to the forest, she smiles. Then she cries with no Rama being by her side. The accessibility, the saushilium that Rama exhibited to Guha, but no Rama by her side. All these incidents is what she is unstapling, says Kamban, and that's why there's a smile, there's a cry. As this happens, Hanuman finally concludes this must be Sita, because he had earlier felt that Mandodari is Sita. So now he concludes this is Sita. Look at the shlokam. Tarkayamasa Siteti Karanairupapadibhi Hriyamana Tadatena Rakshasa Kamarupina. So he concludes, this is Sita. How? Tarkayamasa Siteti. Through tarkam, through logic. What is so logic here? What is the reasoning process here? Because while Sita was being abducted, that is when she tore a part of her sari. Technically, women call that pallu. So she tore that, she put her jewelry within that and threw. And this fell in the region where Hanuman, Nala, Nila, Jambavan were present with Sugriva. So those jewelry were collected, the piece of cloth was collected and shown to Rama. And Rama confirmed that this is the vastram that Sita had worn the day he had left her going behind the deer. He knew that this was the vastram that she had worn. And the jewelry was also confirmed by Rama. Now, those jewelry which she threw should not be here. That is tarkam, right? For example, imagine that there is an armlet. So you call it bandham, bahu bandham, or vanki in the southern language. So there is a beautiful ornament worn by the women. Even dancers these days wear. So you cannot wear the same ornament over another ornament. There should be only one. So if in case that was thrown by Sita, that ornament should not now be there on Sita because it is already thrown. So Hanuman now tries to compare what all ornaments he has seen against Sita present here. Oh, that ornament I saw, there is no replacement for that here. This ornament I saw, in that place there is no ornament here. One. And a part of her sari was torn. So it was the same sari that was torn and thrown at the Vanaras in Kishkinda. So through this he concludes. Of course her feelings, Ekastha Hridaya Anonam Rameva Anupashyati. She was looking into one direction where Rama could presumably be. Her eyes were swollen. So the emotions, the demeanor, the concept of jewelry, no jewelry, vastram and the same vastram now makes Hanuman conclude this is Sita. Tarkayamasa Siteti Karanairupapadibhi Hriyamana Tadatena Rakshasa Kamarupina. Then, after this vastram was found, the jewelry, missing jewelry, now Hanuman concludes this to be Sita. He now comes to another conclusion, a very, very pertinent conclusion. Dushkaram kritavan Ramaha hino yadanaya prabhu dharayatyatmano deham Nashokena vasidati. It is a very important shloka. Now, first of all, we need to trace our steps back. Hanuman was bestowed with that particular ring that was engraved with the letters Rama by Rama himself. Now comes the first question. Sir, if Rama is so attached to Hanuman and he has given Hanuman his ring, why did he not give the ring to the other Vanaras? There is only one ring. He can't make photocopies of the ring and give it to the other Vanaras. Why did he give it to Hanuman? Hanuman Bhaktas like us, we would say. Because he was sheer confident that only Hanuman can see Sita. If Rama was 100% confident that Hanuman alone can see Sita, he should have not wasted the time of other Vanaras. Next. How did Hanuman levitate or leap or fly from Bharatadesham to Lanka? Sir, that is because Hanuman is Vayunandana. We know these statements. Yes, Hanuman is Vayunandana. There was an inherent ability in him to leap than any other normal Vanara. That said, even Hanuman will agree that he did not fly just because his father was Vayu, because he had the grace of Rama. If you all get the opportunity to interview Hanumanji, Hanuman will 100% say, I did not fly out of my ability. I had Rama's Mudrika, I had his ring. His ring gave me the power to fly. He will always attribute every part of his success to Prabhu Sri Ram. So the ring gave him the power to levitate, and Rama gave the ring to Hanuman. Why? Because what thoughts we have in our mind, generally if I think of somebody, if I have an opinion of somebody, if I have an opinion of certain food, all that gets reflected on the face. The mother feeds the child a new dish. She will not wait for the child to say whether it is good or bad. The moment the child puts the dish into the mouth and chews, immediately she will focus on his eyes, her mouth, the girl or the boy, and then she will know what is the reaction. So it is a human trait to generally find expressions on the face. That is why people probably say face is the index of mind. So whatever your mind thinks, that gets reflected on the face. Unless and until you are a great yogi or a tapasvi, where you take every bit of whatever happens in your life in an unequivocal way. You are not either excited nor sad. For primitive mortals like us, it gets reflected on the face. So Hanuman was a celibate. He was a brahmachari. He studied in a boys only school. He had never had association with women, especially human women. So his understanding of a man marrying a lady, falling in love with her head over heels, extremely in love with her after years and decades of marriage, that lady getting abducted, this man crying, all this Hanuman did not understand. So the rest of the monkeys were either married, they were grandfathers, fathers, brothers. So they had association with women. So they knew what Rama was going through. Whereas Hanuman was the only one who was an Aishtika brahmachari who did not know. So what he thought was, why is this Rama lamenting over Sita, 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 where are you, where are you, where are you? Why should this man keep crying? He didn't say it, he thought. So what he thought was reflected on his face. Kosalaha saha ingitagnaha. The man from Kosala country, Rama, was adept in understanding facial expressions. So he knew what Hanuman was thinking. So he did not check or correct Hanuman. Why are you thinking like that? No. He thought, if at all there is one person under Sugriva's jurisdiction who has to see Sita first, it must be Hanuman. Because then only he will know why I miss her so much. Only when he takes a glimpse of her, talks to her, accepts her blessings, he will know why this Rama is crying. Now, this was the thought of Hanuman. Rama gave the ring without saying anything. Hanuman took the ring and flew to Lanka, and now he is meeting Sita. Now you see what Hanuman thinks. Hanuman says, Dushkaram kritavan Ramaha. Rama has performed one thing which is not achievable at all. Dushkaram kritavan Ramaha. Hinoya danaya Prabhu. My Prabhu has done something extraordinary. Dharayat yatmano deham nashoke navasidati. Had it been any other human being in Rama's position, by having been separated from the personification of the grace like Sita, that man would have died in sorrow. Rama's really hard-hearted. That is why he has managed to survive. What was his thought before coming to Lanka? Why is Rama lamenting over Sita's kidnapping? After not even talking, just seeing Sita, he concludes, if Rama has managed to live after being separated from Sita, he must be a hard-hearted man. Every other man would have died. So this is the effect of having a darshanam of Sita. But this shlokam has something more to it. More on this shlokam and what Hanuman has to judge about Rama and Sita's dampatyam, their couplehood, in the next episode. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.